Here's a mouthpiece alone. But when you put it in a piece of tubing, it comes out about like this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of Bankstandin. I'm your host, Jimmy. It's spelled with a 1, so don't mess that one up. I'll be really upset if you do. I'm here with my co-host, Hellwind. Hellwind, how you doing?
I've been doing good. Got 99 smithing on Christmas Day actually.
Hmm,
So that was good. I'm glad I'm done with those gold ores. I had 188k of those things to go through. So
that's
that was
disgusting.
fun.
That is actually disgusting, and it
That was
makes me
fun.
upset that you actually did that.
Oh, I did. I hated every minute of it, but I did it, Jim.
Wow, that's
So it's
gross.
done.
Uh,
I am done with Bible 99s. So
well,
that's
good
good.
for you. Good for
Yep.
you.
On the road
Well,
to max.
well. Anyway, it's 2019. Happy New Year, everybody. New year, new you, probably. Maybe, probably not. I hope everyone set a New Year's resolution to
Break right away.
subscribe to my YouTube if you're not already.
Wow.
Yeah, selling out real quick.
How you just follow my stream instead?
Yeah, you could follow his stream if you really super want to, but that's a bold move, I'll tell you. So I've been actually playing RuneScape a little bit. I've been experimenting with mobile because I haven't played much mobile till recently, but
Ah.
I just got a new phone. I got a new phone and it's got a bigger screen than my shitty iPhone that was dying in 10 minutes. So I got a new phone so I could play it and it's been awesome. So I've been doing some Slayer for no reason, just kind of, occupying myself. Other than that, submitted the Great Karen so far videos you guys might have saw. I'll get more into that in a little bit, but that was a lot of fun to make. I have been outlining the continuation of a certain series on the channel.
Wow.
No spoilers there, but it's gonna be pretty fun, pretty excited. So that's that, and then also, Hellwind, have you heard of the game Kingdom Come Deliverance?
I don't believe so.
I did not hear about this game until yesterday. I downloaded it yesterday, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. In the first like 2 hours of playing it, it's unreal.
Is it a mobile game or?
It's like, okay, you know the concept of Skyrim, open world, kind of,
Yeah, yeah, of
do your
course, all
thing.
those kind of
It's
games.
it's slightly like that, but it's more storyline based. It's a medieval time period. You play as a guy named Henry. You literally start out not knowing how to fucking do anything. Like you're the most pathetic piece of shit on the planet.
Oh, so it's like my life simulator.
It's your life simulator, but get this. Here's where it's different from your life. He actually progresses and learns how to do things and like goes and
Holy
it's
shit!
amazing. It's incredible. But all things aside, this game is amazing. I've never been so attached so quickly to a character. Highly recommend if you're looking for something to do on the side besides RuneScape. Uh, Unreal. So, um, that being said, that's about it for what I've been doing lately. I want to get into something here. Bankstandin is getting a new edition, and by new edition, I mean we've gone to the WWE and requested that we take one of their wrestlers and make him a co-host here on Bankstandin. He's a new guy here. I'd like to give a warm welcome to Epic Moo. What's up, Moo?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Yeah, as you could tell, he's got that deep, rumbly, sexy, seductive voice that all WWE
No.
wrestlers
Oh,
have. Um, but in all seriousness, he's an admin of my Discord. He's a great guy, close
you
pal of
good
mine.
boy.
He's a genuine soul with a lot of offensive things to say about a lot of things. And he's also the reason that Hellwind is able to stream, because he loves Hellwind and he's Hellwind's father, actually. So
He's my sugar daddy, actually.
he's the sugar daddy of Hellwind. So that's unreal. But Moo, go ahead, take the stage. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, when Hellwin's father walked out, I decided, you know what? I'm going to bring the cigarettes home. In all seriousness, I play the game, been playing since '07, my main account right now is an Iron Man, Epic Moo.
It is an Iron Man. That's unreal. I think you definitely are a higher level than me in every aspect. You have a Robin Hood on Fury. I'm pretty sure you have some pretty sick gear, not being able to do anything in the game. So congratulations on just being better than me in every way playing this.
I definitely put a lot of work into it. It's not easy, but it's somewhat fun, kind of.
Well, when you wrestle in the WWE for a few years, everything kind of seems easy outside of it. So, good stuff. So we're glad to have you on board. And he's just another unique personality for you guys to enjoy here. So we're glad to have you. Good addition. Good addition here.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Hopefully you guys will somewhat like him as much as we do, I guess. So that being said, let's jump into it. Let's jump into some discussions here.
Moo had something to say there.
Oh, what did you have to say, Moo? Go ahead.
Nothing.
What?
You sure?
What?
You sure?
I'm not just sure. I'm positive.
You're HIV
Okay.
positive. So Zaya competition, the Great Karen competition. This is the second competition in the last, I don't know, year and a half or so, maybe just a year. I don't remember. That Jagex.
Dragon Slayer 2.
I don't know. I think it was a year ago. I think it really was just a year.
Was a year.
But yeah, it's a video competition. They're doing this alongside the login screen competition, which I've done a few times. Hey, I have 9 app updates available according to the sound that just rang through my ears. You guys couldn't hear it, but it was terrifying. So this competition, basically you had to explain the history of the Great Karen in under 6 minutes, which is a bold fucking task, let me tell you. And you just had to put your own twist on it. You had to make people understand what Karen was all about. So I delved into that, made my competition submission, with my own twinkle of Jimmy in it, and put it up. Got pretty good reception. Have you guys seen the other videos?
I've seen a few of them out there.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I've seen a few. They're pretty fucking boring.
Ooh, throwing shots. I'm not gonna say anything about the other videos. Really, I do really like what I've seen though. I think
I've seen a lot of really hard work put into them, which is really cool.
It's been
I love seeing this stuff.
Yeah,
I really do love seeing this stuff. It's awesome.
It's great. Apparently Colanello just got Morgan Freeman somehow to come down and voice act for him.
We need the guy off Fiverr.
Yeah. Well, for now on, for any voice acting I need, I'm not even going to do my own voice acting anymore. I'm going to go on Fiverr and get these guys that'll do anything I want for $5. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
That's so stupid.
No, but Colanello submitted. The guy that won Ice Creams Y, he submitted one that was awesome. He uses like Flash and stuff to make the characters just really come to life.
That was a really cool one, actually.
So props to him for making another one. He walked away with the grand prize last competition. So, Jagex, maybe give some other people some chances. Maybe we want to win too. I don't know. Just something to think about. But no, the other submissions have been really cool. There's a guy, Mr. Tabman, I believe, and then T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yep, their videos looked awesome. They had a lot of hard work put into that, a lot of good editing that I would never be capable of doing. So props to them. It's going to be cool. I'm really anxious to see who comes into the top 3. Top submission gets, I believe it's £1,000, second place 500, and third place 250. So people are going to be walking away with some dough, and I do like that.
First place is also a year membership.
Yeah, it's a year. It's like their their
Gold Premier, which is a year membership.
Yeah, so that's
like
cool.
RS3 benefits and shit like that, but no one talks about that. But it's a year membership for Old School.
That's dope. Yeah, I need that. I keep
nice.
I think through the past like 4 or 5 months, I've had to delve into the personal funds here to, make my account be able to log into the good old World 369. Hey, can this guy get out of here, Pillory Guard random event? How about that? You wanna not interrupt our entire process here? Thank you. What was I saying? What was I saying?
What were we saying before the guard appeared?
I don't know.
Diving into your personal funds.
Oh yeah, I can't nothing. I bought a lot of bonds. I think I've spent probably close to like 25 mil on bonds. So good for me. But a year would be cool. A year of membership. Won't complain there if that happens.
Nah.
Yeah, but January 10th, Kebos Lowlands will come out. The competition winners will be coming out. So that'll be
so excited.
Pretty sick. I'm super stoked about it. But yeah, that's
I'm gonna be going crazy on the day release. I'm gonna be camping that Hydra boss the entire. Well, probably not the entire day, but most of it. Because also the achievement diary comes out the same day, and I want to do that as soon as possible. Like I want to get that diary done as soon as I can because I have everything required for it already.
Yeah, the diaries look cool.
It's just there's one bit that's gonna take like 16 hours to do, because you gotta wait for a fucking tree to grow. So that's gonna suck. But aside from that, I can do everything on the diary, so I'll be able to knock that out probably by day 2 at the latest.
Wow, dude, so, you're real grindy.
Oh yeah.
What's your thought on it, Moo? About Kebos Lowlands?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the farming guild. Having a battle staff tree and
that's what I'm looking forward to.
What the hell's a battle staff tree?
Well,
it's a tree that grows battle staffs. You pick it like a fruit tree, and
You're making that up.
No, it's real. That's the one. It's
100% genuine, but I think I made up about 30% of that.
What kind of fucking marijuana?
You cut the logs down and you fletch them into battle staffs.
How high were they at the meeting? We're like, dude, get this. What if we make a tree and staves grow? Because staves are branches. That's wood, and trees are wood. It would make so much sense. And then they're like, dude, you're a fucking genius. We have to put that in. Like, we're going to have that.
They rip the bong.
And now we have a tree that grows battle staffs, apparently. I'm not going to complain.
Kind of logs.
It grows logs?
Yeah, it's a new kind of log, and then you fletch it into the battle staffs.
My theory is they wanted warding so bad that they just threw in something that they wanted from warding.
Yeah, what's warding?
Where am I going?
Hey, why don't you keep your composure over there in the game?
I'm sorry. I think I had like a slight panic attack. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm sure. But I'm excited for log trees, if that's what they're called.
Log trees. Yes, because it's the first time that you can ever get logs from a tree. That's a new mechanic they're coming out with.
It's amazing.
Believe it or not,
battle
logs
trees.
come from trees.
Battle trees. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Move
yes.
figured it out. We're calling them battle trees from now on. No one call it what it's actually called. They're going to be battle trees. And they will be an actual
name is
tree.
gonna stick.
The tree's going to have a face and hands, and they're going to hold the battle stabs that you pick from them, and they're going to walk around. They're mobile trees.
Sound when you're cutting it.
Yes, it screeches. You gotta have the audio on. He's really upset every time you take him. Wow. Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah, record that sound. I'm sure Jagex will insert right in. just the most obnoxious screech of all time from Hellwind. Like, this is perfect.
Oh, it's perfect.
Oh god.
All about like a solid pop.
Wow. So going off that, what they have this boss you were talking about, the Hydra boss. Have we seen like art of it or anything?
We've seen art and a preview clip of it. Actually, it's a multi-phase boss, but I'm a little disappointed with it. The Q&A recently, they said it's about a 2 to 3 minute boss fight. So I was getting ready for like a 10-minute battle with this thing,
dude.
Like my inventory for the first like setup, just to kind of prepare myself mentally for it, I had like bruise and all kinds of shit going down. I was like, all right, this is gonna be a long fight.
Dude,
but
3 to 4 minutes is like a Bandos. It's like a Bandos kill for me and 4 other people.
They said it's pretty compared to Cerberus. And I know you haven't fought that, Jimmy, because you're not good at the game at all.
Thank you.
But Moo knows what Cerberus is. I don't think Moo's done a kill yet, but Moo knows what a boss looks like at least.
Yeah.
And, it's about comparable to Cerberus, so that's a little disappointing because Cerberus is pretty easy to kill. So I'm kind of disappointed.
Just
But, I
looking
mean,
at it, I was hoping it would be like something like, comparable to like Nex's stepdad.
yeah, pretty much. Like it looks amazing. So it looked like something that would just fuck your day up. So I was like, this thing's gonna be tough to kill on day one. But now I'm
So-
just kind of like, well, I guess I'm gonna be doing a whole task on day one. I guess in the first probably 2 hours, because
So that
fuck
cool,
me, I guess.
that cool little lizard that Modji expertly crafted. What kind of boss is that gonna be?
That's a Slayer creature. That's like a baby. It's like a baby in that Slayer cave that'll be there. That Konar assigns. Konar is the new Slayer master, requiring I think it says 75 combat to use, so not very high of a requirement.
Oh,
But
so I could probably kill a few of them.
yeah, you can probably
The
kill
big
the
thing-
little geckos, Jimmy. I'll see you at the cave. I'll run by you and you're killing your geckos while I'm head to kill a Hydra.
Thank you.
So
The big thing about the new master is he'll assign area specific Slayer tasks.
oh right, yeah, that's gonna be cool. I'm excited for that.
Area specific. Like,
Yeah, it'll say like you can only kill this creature in X area, and it'll drop like the current items from raids, the dragon harpoon and the dragon what is it? Is it
Burn axe
Yeah,
and
so
the dragon short sword.
yeah,
Ah.
those. Okay, yeah, they're taking those off of the Chambers of Xeric drop table, and they're adding that as a exclusive like Slayer drop to doing tasks in these areas.
Gotcha.
So they're
Well, that's-
removing those from Chambers of Xeric, and they already talked about if that changes the odds of any other drops. And no, it doesn't.
Hmm,
It's just they took them out of the drop table. That's about it.
okay.
So yeah, they're trying to explain it, but they were just kind of like chuckling and laughing the whole time. So I'm like, okay, cool. So
Sweet. Good deal.
yeah, that was a mouthful. I was trying to recap the entire Q&A stream right there. So
You did it. You did it
I did
successfully.
it.
Congratulations.
I'm proud of myself.
Well, that's fun. That's a good deal because I've been doing some Slayer. I don't know what's my Slayer level. Where's it? 73. I got 73.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I'll get 95 by January 10th. Yeah, we'll go to Hydra together on release. No big deal. That'll be fun. Let's see what else. Yeah,
What am I
so
doing?
going off that, what?
What am I doing here? What's this?
Oh, you're doing a Slayer cape animation. That's real good. Yeah, you have
yeah.
99 Slayer. Congratulations.
Hey, you proud of me?
Yeah, why don't you get that tattooed on your leg, buddy?
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
matching-
Chad.
You want me to right now?
Yeah, go ahead. Make the appointment.
All right,
Get that
I'll
get
be
that
back later.
tattooed right on your thigh.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna look real good next to your Max cape.
Shut up.
So going off that, Moo was mentioning earlier. Everyone and their mother is doing Slayer right now to try to get this 95 Slayer. So you can't go anywhere without running into 6 other people trying to cut your throat trying to get the monsters before you. So it kind of feels like it kind of feels like
Battle Royale for a Slayer test.
yeah. Oh God, Battle Royale. Let's just not mention that the epitome of
no.
ruining gaming. What's the Battle Royale in RuneScape? What's it called?
Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing. Yeah, everyone should just
you know, the
convert to
dead
that.
minigame goes to.
Yeah, full time Last Man Standing.
That place is so banging.
Yeah, but no, this Slayer. Since I've been doing it, it feels like it's 2008 at Rock Crabs, and everyone's just kind of going for people's heads, just kind of crash them all and get the kills and get the XP. And people are very aggressive recently. Like this
It's
guy.
never meant for themselves, Jim. Right now, it's kill or be killed in this world.
It truly is. I went over. I had fire giants, and I guess most people skip fire giants, but I was like, fuck it, I don't care. So I went to the catacombs, and I go up and start attacking things, and this guy comes in, and down the hill where there's more fire giants, he goes over there, and he's just like, why don't you fucking hop, kid? Get crashed, idiot. And I was like, Jesus, dude. Like,
Calm down, man.
that's so uncalled for. I feel like, you just hop a world or two and, find one. But,
Problem solved, but like,
I guess
no,
you can
let's just go someone's throat real quick.
just make this guy feel like a giant piece of shit and debate logging off for the day. It's fine, too. But, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Moo, are you trying to go for a 95 Slayer?
Eventually, it's not going to happen by the 10th, but if I could do it by the end of next month, I'll be happy.
Yeah, that's a grind and a half, dude. Slayer is so slow, dude. I was I mean, I've been doing it for a few days. I have not gone up a Slayer level, and it's 73. So
I mean, it's like 20,000 XP per hour. Like even when I was like in the high 90s, it was like 20k XP per hour.
yeah, chances are I will never see.
It's very slow.
I will never see this Hydra boss. I will just have to see it on stream or something, or I'll.
Even slightly worse on
well,
Iron Man too.
Hey Jimmy, guess what? Self plug here. I'll be streaming the entire day. So I mean, the entire day of the thing, I'll be streaming that. So I mean, you can watch me fight Hydra.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. With yeah.
Shameless self plug, real quick.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's gonna be tuning into you on the release day.
Definitely not like any of the big streamers, doing the Hydra. No. It's definitely me who's be the MVP that day.
Why would you go to Bodhi when you can go to Hellwind? That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're an entertainer, and you really grab these audience by the balls and show them.
I try to every day, Jim. I try to tickle the balls, everything I got to do to keep them going.
You got the bar set real high. Yep. So in the midst of all of this, I'm gonna go ahead. We actually We had the chance of interviewing GizzyGazza, who was a RuneScape video maker in the good old days of the game. He's currently sitting at 1.8 or more 1.8 million subscribers. He's killing the game right now. So we're gonna go off and kick it off to him in that interview. It was a lot of fun. He's a great guy. So hope you guys enjoy that interview while
Hellwind, guy, let's get out of here.
While Hellwind gets approached from behind from a bald
man.
This interview was brought to you by the patrons of the J1mmy Patreon. Norsklask is our first $100 patron. Big thanks to him for supporting the podcast in an unreal way. Thank you so much, man. Another shout out to our $10 patrons, Caleb Beiter, Michael Shield, Ryan Hall, and Sawyer Peterson. If you guys are interested in supporting the podcast and you like what we do and want to go above and beyond, the link is down below, so check that out. There's a ton of benefits, and it helps support us to keep this thing going. Thank you, and enjoy the interview. We have a special guest, very, very special guest.
I don't know about that.
He was a no. You're very special. You're very extremely special.
Okay. Definitely something.
Definitely something there. This guy, he goes by the name of GizzyGazza. Got a humble 1.825 million subscribers on YouTube. Started out making RuneScape videos with the old school video makers back in the day, with Chisel and Bum Bum 007, that crowd, back when machinimas on RuneScape were running the game, which is how it should be. So he's here. He decided to give us a shot. He said, you know what, these two look like they can hang in a conversation, maybe, possibly. They might bite a little bit, maybe a little lick on the cheek, but that's about it. So it's great to have you on, Gizzy. How are you doing?
Thanks, man. I feel good to be here. Feels good to be back in a RuneScape video RuneScape, the lifestyle. I've been playing RuneScape for the last maybe 5 months now, and I just got back into watching RuneScape videos again. And I noticed that there's no comedy video makers. Well, not even Jimmy.
I'm none out there at all.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's not me.
No, but I found Jimmy's channel and I was like, hey, this guy's funny. And then we followed each other on Twitter, and here we are.
Yeah. No, I didn't pay you $500 to come on. That's ridiculous.
No, not at all.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
You and I got our own little past,
All I need is lunch. Just feed me lunch. Just give me food.
Yeah, we'll take you to lunch after this.
I think Gizzy and Hellwind used to have a history on Minecraft together back when that era of all those guys.
I think I was pretty sure RuneScape.
It was just RuneScape?
That was definitely RuneScape back
Okay,
in the
well,
day.
both of you were doing the whole Minecraft movement when that was going down. So
okay, yeah. Well, it was when the Minecraft movement happened, but yeah, we did videos back in the day too.
We helped each other out in other people's videos a lot.
Good. Well, that's awesome.
So we kind of knew of each other. Good.
I'm glad you guys have a good history together. It's always beautiful. It's beautiful to see that prospering again.
Glad to reunite with Gizzy after all these years.
So, Gizzy, you're currently doing animations. That's kind of what you're doing now. You evolved. Correct me if I'm wrong here. You went to RuneScape, to a little bit of Minecraft, into animation, or am I skipping anything?
Yes and no. Yes, that it was RuneScape from between 0 subscribers to maybe, I think it was 15k subs at the time. And then I switched over to Minecraft in 2012 only because, well, there's two reasons. One, I wanted to pursue YouTube further as a career because I saw everybody was doing it and it was doing really well, and I had this kind of opportunity to do that too. And I also just hated RuneScape 3. Like, I just did not like how RuneScape became. It was the same year that the Squill of Fortune came out and the Evolution of Combat. I'm like, I don't like this game anymore. So I stopped playing RuneScape for like 5 years. And at the same time, I was doing YouTube full time. I grew my channel. I was doing Minecraft videos every single day. And this time last year, I didn't want to do Minecraft anymore because I was so burnt out from doing the same thing over and over again for 6 years. And then I was also doing animations on my channel while doing Minecraft, and they were the ones that were performing the most well. So for 2018, I've decided, all right, you know what? I'm going to focus on just doing animations for 2018 and not do Minecraft. And that's what I did. It was a lot of fun. Views were up, subs were up. Was starting to get like a different audience, which was really fun. And that's really what I've been doing. And while I was doing animations, I got back into old school RuneScape.
Nice. Okay, so animations is fairly kind of new to you, right? It's just 2018 you said, or was that you just mainly focused on all the animations?
I mainly focused in 2018 the animations, whereas I've hired out animators in the past to make animations while I was doing Minecraft stuff, but they were the ones that were bringing in the most views.
Gotcha.
So that's what my mindset was like. Well, I might as well just focus on just animations. But in 2018, I didn't really do YouTube. I was more of like the manager when I hired people to make animations for my channel.
That's cool.
Gotcha. So you hire these guys. So you have a team that works with you for all these videos?
Yep. I think I've had a team for the last like 3 years. They varied from different employees. Like I used to have like a producer, a manager, editors, thumbnail like graphic designer. Now I have animators. I've really developed like a company over the last few years, which has been really exciting to kind of help it grow and work with a team.
That's awesome.
That's interesting.
So we were talking about it a little bit. You had mentioned it to me. You've got these videos like Slither.io, the series that you kind of do that people just like swarm to whenever you post them. And then you've got these like awesome storyline videos that like take longer. They're longer videos, but obviously there's more to it that don't get as much videos. Where do you stand on that? Like what's what's your outlook on that? The fact that, maybe these shorter videos that don't take as much, are you more passionate about the longer ones?
It's tough to say because if I'm going to talk about the animations, is that all of the animations I put like a lot of the same time and effort into. But most of the time with YouTube, you have to rely on the algorithm to grow your channel.
Yeah.
Whereas you just have to hope that you get recommended or put on the homepage and all that. And so with animations, it's easier for that to happen because it's animations, but it's also risky because a lot of my subscribers were never really originally subscribed for animations. They were subscribed for Minecraft. And so I have to rely on the algorithm to get views. So sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. So it's scary. And YouTube was a lot more fun when I was making RuneScape videos, I'll be honest, because it's definitely like very like work orientated. I have to like make certain videos just for views now and money. Whereas in RuneScape, it was never even, you couldn't even make money at the time, like 2010. It was just something fun just to make RuneScape videos like once a month or something.
Yeah, that's a pretty big point to make too. I think that's pretty important. I mean, obviously it's your career now. You're getting those kind of views that are standing out from the crowd, and they give you that revenue, and but like you said, you got to make it. You're devoted to this, so you have to make it for money. You got to find out the algorithm. You got to continue doing what you're doing because you're committed to it. You dedicated yourself to it. So does that ever bother you, or do you always find enjoyment in doing that, in making the videos itself, like being in the whole production process, having the team working with you? Is there always a way to find that kind of passion for it no matter what you're making?
I think I can always find something fun out of it. For example, when I was doing Minecraft videos, sometimes necessarily I'd have to film something that I'm not really into that much, but I know would get views.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, like seeing other people happy watching it makes me happy. But then if I put so much, the worst one is when you put so much time and effort into one video just for it to not perform well at all. Because that is the one that really sucks, because you spend like 3 days making this video just for people to not click it, and then because people didn't click it, it doesn't get recommended or like put into the algorithm, and then that video just dies off. It only gets like maybe like 3K views on your million sub channel kind of thing, and that's the one that sucks the most.
Oh, that stings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've totally gotten a little taste of that with all when I used to make the accordion to gym. It would take a ton of time, especially with the By the Way series I started in the summer. It would take, just countless hours, take 2 full days of working on it. And just for it to, I mean, it got really positive perception not perception, from the people that did watch it. But the views weren't there. And, then I'd have, I mean, the most viewed video on my channel that probably will be for a while, is the Girl Takes Noob to Bandos video.
Wonder why.
Wonder why. It had to be my comedy. It had to be all
absolutely.
me. It wasn't because Rachel had a girl voice or anything.
No, not at all.
But
it's actually probably because of the watch time.
Yeah,
because people watched most of the video, and therefore YouTube promoted it more. So if you have a longer video and people watch most of the video, for example, podcasts, you might notice that you make a lot more money on the podcast rather than your skits, because people are watching more of the podcast, like the longer of it.
Definitely
That makes sense. Yeah.
I think the length thing definitely does have a contribution there. I think it's more opportunity for YouTube to show a little more advertisements, and it's like, hey, here, come watch this. The 10-minute mark, which sucks. I don't know how much I want to delve into that right now, but I have a whole spiel about how the quality of all content ever has completely depleted because of the 10-minute rule.
We could talk about comedy, why there is no comedy video makers now. It's because of like people want to do YouTube as a full-time job, not when it was 2010 when everybody was doing it. And so these comedy skits, they take too long to make, and they're too short to make actual money from it.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. It's really shitty. I have got buddies. Obviously, we had Kevin on the podcast last week, and he's awesome. He's one of the best RuneScape video makers of all time, and he's got his format.
What type of content?
What's up?
What type of content is it?
Oh yeah, it's PK videos. He's a PKer.
Okay.
So he has these different concepts he does. He does that. Torvesta does that. A whole bunch of other YouTubers do that because it works. There's some comedy in frames. I don't know about Torvesta's. I don't really watch his. But it's not comedy based, and I feel like that's what YouTube kind of originated as with the big people that were on here, is making people laugh, having a good time, and it's completely devolved. It's not like that anymore. It's just what's gonna get clicks. What are people content with? So
that's literally YouTube 2018.
Yeah.
I messaged you briefly a little bit like yesterday or 2 days ago about going back to gaming. It's because I don't know. Did I say that?
Yes.
Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Or did I? Yeah. So it's only because the animations were great and they did a super fun job, and I definitely needed that year break from making Minecraft content for 6 years. But animations in long term just isn't making money.
Yeah.
And so realistically, YouTube has been my job for the last 6 years, and I don't have anything else to do. And also I have this channel with 1 million subscribers, arguably. It's like, why would I waste that? Like this opportunity that I have? And I already know like how to do YouTube. So I think I definitely will have to go back to gaming in 2019 if I want to keep continuing doing YouTube full time.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's awesome that you understand the way it all works, having done it for so long. And like you said, I think you have a huge platform to work on. You do have, granted, 1 million active people on your channel.
I wouldn't say active.
Maybe not active, but they're there. They exist.
The number means something.
The number means something. Definitely, that's a huge thing to have. And I think if you find the right format and you enjoy what you're doing and you give it that touch of originality that you always do, then you'll thrive from it, and you'll find out what's going to work for you. But going off that, I think we won't delve too much into the whole YouTube algorithm thing. If it was up to me, I'll leave it with I'll leave it with we need a new fucking video platform instead of YouTube. This thing is just a complete abysmal shit show. So
Yeah.
it's pretty pathetic of how YouTube's ran overall. I think they've got a million issues to work out, and they're just kind of building things that don't matter instead. Yeah, they're completely out of touch with the community, so that's really shitty.
Oh, did you ever see YouTube Rewind?
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh yeah,
disgusting.
it was terrible.
It was so out of touch. So out of touch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I've always wanted, ever since YouTube was a job for me, like 2012, 2013, and they started making these, I've always wanted to be part of one. Like I was like, this is gonna be my year. This is gonna be the when I get asked. I never get asked. 2015 was my biggest year ever. That was when I hit 1 million subscribers, and this was when like only like 2,000 people had 1 million subscribers at the time. Now there's like, I don't know, 10,000 people with 1 million subscribers.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty crazy.
YouTube is so saturated now. But in 2015, I thought that was gonna be the year. I thought this is my break. This is the year I'm gonna get like asked, blah blah blah. I was really like relevant at the time as well. Nope, nothing, no ask. And then 2016, I didn't get asked. And I knew if I wasn't gonna get asked in 2016, it was never gonna happen. And so it never happened. And 2017 happened, and didn't get asked. In 2018, yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not part of it, and now I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah, I think after 2015, I think it was probably more of an insult if they asked you to be a part of that. So it's probably okay. It's
well,
probably...
I'm pretty sure next year a lot of people are gonna say no.
Oh, absolutely. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I mean, I'm 100% gonna. Actually, like if I get asked, I think for me, I would probably say yes, only because I've always wanted to be part of one, and then I can look back and laugh and see if they improved or they make it even worse.
Yeah.
And I can say I was part of it, yeah. But that's only because I've always wanted to be part of it. If I was like a YouTuber like this year or something, and I blow up, and then they asked me, I would definitely 100% say no. I was like, oh, I don't want to be part of that cringe. But because I was there from the start of it all, then I would probably say yes if they asked me. Only because I've always wanted to ever since the last 6 years.
Well, good deal. Good deal. So off that, you know, this is a RuneScape based podcast, kind of. So
woo! I want to talk about RuneScape.
Let's talk a little about RuneScape and your contribution here. About your
contribution
whole career
to the RuneScape Society.
The RuneScape Society. So let's start. When did you start playing the game?
Oh boy. Like when I was like a kid, years and years ago.
Remember a year?
You mean, or like recently, or like?
Yeah, like when you were a kid, when you first got into it.
Oh, okay. Well, like I started playing old school maybe like in August this year, or this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I first started playing in 2007. I was 14 years old, and I heard of the game. People would talk about it before, and people were playing it, and I was like, I don't want to get into that. That game looks dumb. Blah 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 blah. And then finally, I was having a sleepover with some friends, and they were playing it. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll sign up. And funny enough, the GizzyGazza name came from RuneScape before YouTube. So what I did was, at the sleepover, I made the account, and I was thinking to myself, all right, so, okay, and backstory, my username on YouTube is Gizzy14Gazza, so keep that in mind. When I was 14 years old, my name, Gary, when I was 14 years old, people called me Gazza, and my dog was called Gizzy. So Gizzy14Gazza, I wrote that, and I didn't think it'd become this when I was having a sleepover at a friend's house.
Unreal. So you started playing around 2007, obviously.
And I got very addicted to it for the first like 2007 to 2009 for 2 years, and then I saw Tanoob Show videos, and I was like, oh my god, I love these videos. I love Bob, I love Noob, I love everything about this brand, this character, everything about this person. I want to make videos like this person. And here we are. 7 years, 8 years later. Thanks to Noob Show. I've met him in person at Runefest 2011, and I told him like, I only started doing YouTube because of you, so I'm glad to have met the person who's inspired me.
That's awesome.
I don't think he's realized where I am now, but this was back when I had like 10k subs, but now I'm a little higher than that.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's definitely a big inspiration.
We need to find that man still.
Oh, dude.
He added me on
that's our mission.
I have his personal Facebook.
Really? Is he active on it?
Would you like to do a solid for us?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in like 7 years.
Oh, I messaged him on his Facebook page, but I don't think that's been active since 2016, so he's probably not going to reply to that, but we'll see. Either way, we'll get into that later. But that's awesome. You met Tanoob Show. He's a huge inspiration to just about everybody who started making
I think I've met every video maker from that genre. Like I've met Mifsan, Halsona, Sky, Bum07. I've met Excel. I don't think I've met Chisel. I haven't met Chisel. I've met Lockdown Zip.
Chisel's amazing. I love Chisel.
I actually, do you remember Shelby, little shorty SGS, Shovel?
I think so.
I actually lived with her for a year in LA.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
Wow.
We're all still friends. And
awesome.
I was moving out of a house in LA, and I wanted to live in my own apartment. And at the same time, Shelby wanted to move to LA. She was from New Jersey. She wanted to move to California. First time living on her own, but she was like too scared. She wanted to live with someone that she knew. And so I was like, hey, let's just move in. And so we moved in for a year, and it was fun. And then I got a boyfriend and moved to Seattle. And then she got a boyfriend, and she moved in with him in LA. So it kind of all worked out.
That's awesome.
That's
Good
perfect.
deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
So going off that, what was like the most fun like period of time while you were playing the game? Like, I mean, now we have old school. That's awesome. But obviously when you were playing 2007, 2009, and after that, you know, you had this big community behind you. You were part of that awesome video making community. Was there like a time, like a 2 to 6 month period that you were just like thriving on RuneScape? Like it was your favorite thing ever?
Oh, 100%. It was when it was my peak. I think my peak was 2011 when I was making like typical Dungeoneering scenario, Golden Monkey, getting Herbal legalized, like all these. Google buys Jagex was a big video on my channel. All these like iconic, like I've made a lot of crappy videos, but there was a lot of like iconic ones where people remember, like even like 6 or 7 years like later, people remember that. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember I went to the first ever fan I met from RuneScape in person I was in Australia last year for PAC, and I was there at a Twitch party, and someone is like, wait, are you GizzyGazza? I'm like, yeah, hey, what's up? Assuming it was from Minecraft or something. But it's like, I used to watch you in RuneScape 7 years ago, like with like Google buys Jagex and all that. I'm like, just like, what? And they ended up having a drink. It was really fun.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
I don't remember
I remember the Google buys Jagex video too.
That was a fun time.
So do you have like any really funny memories with that crowd?
I think Runefest 2011 was really fun. That was like, Runefest 2011 was really important for me because that was the first time I really traveled to a convention to London by myself. And I stayed with Drummer Guy 59.
Oh, I love him.
Oh my.
Yeah, he's
God.
great.
Oh.
Well, I ended up staying in a hotel room with him. And there was that when I met Noob Show. And all these people, like KK Comics was there, BumUp007, and like all these like RuneScape video makers during my era. They all went off to visit Jagex for the tour because they all won the competition, except myself and Noob Show because we didn't win. We were just invited and we just went down. So
That's
we
awesome.
ended up spending like the whole day. We went to the Tower of London, like just me and Noob Show, and that was really like important for me to like actually spend some time with him. And also just being in that atmosphere and then meeting like people at Runefest and hanging out with all these like online internet friends in person. It was just a really important and really special weekend for that to happen. Like the first time hanging out with some of the close friends on the internet in person. That was a really good time. And that, I think that 2011 was a huge year for me, right, for my RuneScape years, because I just became like a RuneScape video maker. I was quite popular. I had like a cute, really nice, strong following, a lot of close friends. And that was a really good year for me for RuneScape. I mean,
That's awesome. Do you remember in particular like any just ridiculous character you met like at RuneFest? Like anyone that was just like, wow, you were an intriguing individual. Like just funny stories, something funny they did.
oh no way, no. I've been to a lot of conventions since, so they all kind of just end up becoming one. Like once you go to one convention, they're all just kind of the same.
They just
Yeah.
blur.
So it's just, I don't remember a specific person. I just remember the good times hanging out with friends. I remember the last night, it was a bunch of J-mods and the YouTubers, and we all were trying to run around London trying to find food, like just dinner. And everything was closed because it was Sunday, and everything was just closed at like 9 p.m. So we ended up just running around for an hour, running around London, only to then turn back and order pizza at the hotel.
That's awesome.
I don't know why, but that was just a lot of fun for me.
That's great.
That's
Is there anyone that you haven't like met during this that you'd you really want to meet up with?
I think it was Chisel. I haven't met Chisel in person. yet. But he
Yeah.
ended up becoming friends with like other YouTubers that I am friends with. So we kind of have the same mutuals. But I haven't spoke to him in like maybe 2 or 3 years anyway.
He's
But
a great
I'm just
guy.
trying to think who else was. There were also, I don't know. Yeah, I think I've met most of the people from that era, and I still talk to some of them. Like I still talk to Drummer Guy. Mifsan lives like 10 minutes away from me now, so we hang out in person.
That's awesome.
So things kind of just work out once you make like especially for the RuneScape days. Once you make those friends, like K-Fan Films, we hang out, we talk a lot. We used to hang out a lot. He used to live in Seattle, but it's like we used to hang out. We used to work together and record together a lot. But we're still good friends. Like we'll all still talk to each other. Like 8 years, 7 years later, we're still friends. So we all still talk to each other. There was a PAX West that happened a couple of months ago in Seattle, and Ant Venom was there. And we ended up we missed each other at the convention. So what we did was that we just organized dinner separately on his free day. So we ended up just having dinner and just chilling and hanging out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Talking to Venom. He's such a good guy. I still talk to him to this day. Like whenever he gets on RuneScape, we talk for a little bit. He's such a good guy. Like, I'd love to get him on here one day.
He's great. He's a very smart guy. He's very loyal. Yeah, we used to talk a lot, but because we kind of just like, it's different places. We film different stuff now, and he doesn't go to a lot of conventions either. So it's kind of tough for us to actually like hang out. But when we usually are in the city, we would text each other and like try to like organize at least dinner, which is what we did. And it was good. It was fun.
Good deal.
It's good.
That's awesome. Well, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that whole era. I was not old enough to be a part of that era, unfortunately, at the time. I always wanted to. Really looked up to you idols back then. But dude, that's awesome.
You know what's funny is that during that era, the fans were like, "Oh, I miss the old era, like Max Poison and High Steph and Tanoop Show." But then once we've all gone, once we all quit RuneScape and like moved on, now this or the previous generation or this generation, whatever, are like, "Oh, I miss the old generation, like us," and we're like, "No, wait, what?" But people would say that about us, about the older generation, like Tanoop Show and all that.
That'll be how it is forever.
This will be like 3 or 4 years later if you ever stop RuneScape video making, and there'll be someone else that comes along, and they'll be like, "Oh, I miss the old generation, like Jimmy," and
yeah. Oh, that's funny. So that being said, you started playing again. You started hopping on Old School. You said in August, and I know you and I we wrote a script together. Won't give any details about that.
No spoilers.
But are you planning on getting back into the RuneScape video making scene?
So the funny thing is that 7 years ago when I was making videos, I just didn't have time to do it consistently like a job because I was in college, I was in university. I just like you know how it is. You YouTube at the time for RuneScape YouTube isn't a job. It's like your own free time. You do it when you can, and it's fun, and you just you do it because it's fun. And then so years and years ago, I was just doing it in my free time, like it was the evening or I had a weekend free. I would just make a funny video or script something or film something or edit something. But now, you'd think now that I'm a YouTuber, I have more free time. Well, that's not the case because now YouTube is my job. I have to like actually work hard on my channels that are making an income, and the GizzyScape channel isn't making an income. And if anything, I don't want to make an income on that channel because I don't want the RuneScape stuff to become my job, because the YouTube stuff that I'm already doing, like the gaming, the Minecraft, the animations, that's my job. And I want to focus on that.
Right.
But RuneScape has always been my free time, my fun. Like if I'm free, I'm just going to play RuneScape. If I have some time, I'll make a RuneScape video. That's how it's always been. And I just don't want RuneScape to become my job because it's always been a hobby of mine.
Gotcha.
Like even when I was a RuneScape video maker, I was never doing it for the money because, well, in 2010 there was no monetization.
So you're gonna prioritize your big channel because you have to, but
sometimes Gizzy's just gotta pay bills,
Absolutely, got to do it. You gotta pay the bills.
But I do have a channel that is RuneScape based. I deleted all my old RuneScape videos on my main channel only because I used copyrighted music, and they started to get claimed. I'm like, I don't want to risk this on my business YouTube channel. So I deleted all the RuneScape videos, but I re-uploaded them onto my GizzyScape YouTube channel. And I did that like 4 years ago, and that people have watched them, it's fine, whatever. But I've uploaded actually a skit maybe 3 months now, 3 months ago, when I was stuck in a tree, and I just explained like, oh, where were you the last 6 years? I was stuck in a tree. Like that's how it is.
That's great.
But I have written a skit with Jimmy about a I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's like a comedy skit, and I just haven't had the time to film it because I've been traveling. Now it's Christmas time. Maybe in early 2019 I'll film it and get it up or something. It's just I actually need to make time for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I think you get the right mind about it. Keep it as a fun thing to do. I think that's the most important thing. And you never know what it'll evolve into, especially with the growth of RuneScape in the past few months, which leads us into our next topic here. RuneScape Mobile. Do you know much about it?
I had it since August.
Nice.
since because I had a Google Pixel, and so I heard a lot about it, and I didn't realize it was not available for everyone. So I saw it was a download available. Like, oh, cool! I'm gonna download and play it. And I was texting my friend Max, who you've met. He's a really loyal friend of mine, Mad Max. We play RuneScape like almost every day together.
Absolutely.
And I was texting him saying, "Hey, like, how are you enjoying like mobile?" He says, "It's not out till Halloween." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm playing it right now." I took a screenshot. He's like, "What? How?" And I'm like, I have a Pixel. I guess it's available for the Google Pixel phone. And so I've been playing on the Pixel, like the mobile, for the like 2 to 3 months before everyone else, and that was fun.
That's awesome.
No, I love it though. It's so good. It's my favorite thing on it is maybe when I'm watching my fiance is watching TV downstairs, and I don't want to be on the office or anything. I'll just play on my phone, and I'll just do like agility or theming or something on my phone.
Great. Yeah.
Sounds like what I do pretty much. Just
The best
whatever.
thing is, I was visiting my family in England a month ago, and I just played RuneScape Mobile on my phone, and I was just getting I got 80 cooking, 70 fletching, just all these crappy AFK skills. Like I just got them up while I was traveling.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Old
So
metaphor, I
easy.
swear.
The grind is back. So
The grind is easier now.
it's
So much
easier.
easier.
So with that in mind, people, the game's growing, which is great. I think that's amazing. So, we could be getting the bigger audience back. And I think if we start introducing the whole the kind of comedy aspect to videos again, I think people will eventually shift into wanting that. I mean, of course, there's always going to be the PK stuff and the progress videos, but
I think you just gotta remember that the majority of the audience it's not that it's so saturated. It's just most of the people who are playing RuneScape do want to watch PK.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's mostly that's what everyone's used to and they're content with it. And I think if it gets reintroduced with a mass amount of people kind of going for it, it'll see some more success. It's just the consistency of it. There's not a lot of people doing it, but yeah, it's
a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and it's fun. At the end of the day, it's fun.
I think if you edit videos sort of similar to how you did Monkey Madness and the God Wars Dungeon one, I think if you edit videos like that, you can do it more consistently, and you still have the comedy. And I mean, I watched those, and I really enjoyed those. Like, I've watched the Monkey Madness one twice now, because when I was doing Monkey Madness, I was using your video as sort of like a guide, but it was funny.
Yikes.
That's a mistake.
No, because what I did was I was doing everything that you didn't do.
Yeah, that's the way you got to do it. That's what I'm here for. Learn from my mistakes, because I make all of them.
We do, and you're fine.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love doing that format. It's great. I just haven't had, for those videos, you need people with you. You need a group of people, which I can do in the summertime, which I plan on doing a lot, especially after January of this year.
And for me, it's like those types of videos are a lot easier to film as well. So I could, if I wanted to, like turn GizzyScape into that kind of channel where it's not like comedy skits how I used to do it like 6 years ago. It's more of this like commentary, like commentary style videos where it's like you're doing like a event, like you're going to kill the Calfight Queen or something like that, but you edit it in a way where it's like a machinima as well. Like, for example, when you did the Tazar City one, where it's like a commentary. You're just playing the game, but when you go talk to someone, it cuts to like a machinima and you add like dialogue.
Right. Yeah, that's how I did last year's Christmas video, and the one I filmed yesterday it's gonna be kind of like that too. It's a good format. I like it. I don't think anyone else did that before I did. I don't think anyone still has. I think it just works the best. Just kind of it's a good way to create just goofy characters. So I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna be experimenting a lot these next few months, just seeing different things I can do. But it's fun. It's fun, and I hope you get into it, and I hope you can reintroduce yourself into the community. And I mean, you have been.
What's funny is that I was on Reddit a little bit, and people still, like 6 or 7 years later, haven't like mentioned my name at all, and people still recognize my name. Like even in your like group chat, like people still remember my name.
Yeah.
I forgot how loyal the RuneScape community is.
It's very close knit. It's extremely close knit, and everyone that's in the community now, I guess pre-mobile, has been here for a very long time. And they play the game because they miss it, and this is the most enjoyable version of the game. So they were around for the most part. So it's great how everyone remembers that. I mean, even Chisel, when he came in the Discord and talks every now and then, people remember him, and they're like, "Oh my god, like, geez, is that you? Like, that's the guy." So you'll see it. You'll see it once people realize you're back. I'm sure you'll get a handful of people that will be like, "Oh my god, it's Gizzy. That's the guy."
Usually when being a Minecraft YouTuber for the last 6 years, you've had people that grow up and stop watching as well. So people who used to watch me in 2013 doing Minecraft videos, they kind of watch like commentary channels now. So when I collab with a commentary channel, I got comments like, "Oh my god, I used to watch you," kind of thing. And that's kind of annoying because they don't watch me now, but I totally understand.
Yeah.
But it's people like, I'm sure people in the comments right now who are watching might remember me, because if they were huge like comedy fans of like machinima RuneScape stuff, there might be a chance where they watched me like 7 years ago.
I guarantee it's gonna happen. I guarantee it.
Hi.
Yeah, I will. That's awesome.
Like,
saying hi to
oh,
you.
look, that's Gizzy. I watched him, back in like fucking Pony Express days, long fucking time ago.
Pony Express.
The Pony Express days.
Like a long fucking time ago, basically.
Oh.
Like, old shit.
The Old West.
Oh. I got
the
it.
old wasteland of the glorious days of RuneScape video making.
Come back. It's just
Speaking
walking through the dust.
Speaking of the RuneScape video making, that's kind of the next thing I want to go into. I want to talk a lot about kind of the different eras. We delved into it a little bit. We talked about how it's mostly PK videos now, but now there's not really many machinima makers. It's all the 10-minute rule people. They have their format. It's pretty set. People are content with it. Right now, I think it's just like me. 25 Buttholes is a guy now. I don't know if you've heard of him, Gizzy, but
what? No.
his name is 25 Buttholes. He's got like 13,000 subscribers now. He's a buddy of mine. He did make like little like short animation type. I can't even describe them. They're just very wild.
Like really just, it's like an acid trip kind of thing.
Yeah, they're just very wild. Like they're just
really
goofy.
wild.
He kind of went more into like the gameplay stuff now, which is working for him. That's awesome. He does like a more comedy. He created his own online persona, so he's doing well. And then there's Dr. Blunt, who's very underlooked. He's got some of the funniest
Are these RuneScape video
skits.
makers?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got
That's
Dr.
like
Blunt.
very not kid-friendly names.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dr.
not at all.
Yeah,
Times
not a
have
good brand.
changed.
Not a good brand plot here, but they don't really care. So Dr. Blunt is one of the most underlooked guys. He's got some of the
He is
funniest
hilarious.
RuneScape skits I've literally ever seen. I think he's got that Iron Man skit, which is like the funniest thing I've ever seen out of a RuneScape video. I don't know if it was just the heat of the moment, like just a long day and seeing that video, but I laughed hysterically and rewatched it like 3 times, and it's only like a minute long, and that's awesome. So I feel like more people should go in that direction. I would
think
love
the best
that.
video I've seen, I'm pretty sure it's by him, but it's the Mage one.
Oh, that's great.
That is like my favorite video. I've watched that I don't know how many times now. And
perfect
it leaves
satire.
me in tears every time I watch it. It is
Yeah.
amazing.
Sounds like something you have to link me after the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. I'll put the link to those videos or his channel in the description too.
Yeah, that guy
you guys can
deserves
check
it.
those out.
Absolutely.
But he has a fun time with it. But other than that, there's really not many people doing any machinima style videos. But I want to talk about when it was machinima style videos, and just kind of what the RuneScape community used to be in terms of video making. So, I mean, I kind of, like you said, there was different generations. There was the initial Tanoob show. I think he kind of started that format.
He was getting like mad views too. It was insane.
Like ridiculous views for YouTube at the time. When really that was pretty rare. Only like viral videos got the views that
he was getting like 1 million views a video, and I was like, whoa, I want that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was amazing.
He was partnered with Machinima back when Machinima was a thing. When it actually meant Machinima.
I'm still with Machinima actually.
Are you?
Well, my contract ends in March, and that's all I can really talk about it publicly. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys
They're still
privately
around,
actually.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, they're still around. They got acquired by Warner Brothers, and I've been to their
Wow.
offices a few times. So they've done a lot of stuff for me in the past, but that's all I'll say.
Gotcha.
Wow.
So yeah, he was partnered with Machinima. He did Gods Exposed, and he did his what did he call it? Just like the Tanoob show. Like it was just
Bob IRL, I loved.
Bob IRL.
Bob IRL, yeah.
What was the series that like started always like, "What's up, everybody? My name's Bob." He like followed the guy and called
like
him a noob.
Noob's day, like a Noob's day or something like that, or like
Something like
because
that,
it was the Noob guy, and I don't remember the series name.
Yeah, it created his character.
Day, something like that.
Yeah, it just created the character, and he had like 9 episodes, and it was just like goofy voice acting with just like pretty like for today's standards, just poor editing. Like it just wasn't that good. But we had never seen that before. We were like, oh my god, this is amazing.
New to us.
And most of us were kids, and we had never seen anything like that, so we were just crying of laughter. And that was, he just kind of set the bar. I mean, everyone wanted to be like him, and he started that. He did the interviews with all the famous people, interviews with famous noobs.
I never got on that.
Never got on that, unfortunately.
Never got on that. I know he did another one. He made a more updated one.
Really recently.
But I wasn't a RuneScape video maker at the time, so.
So I think the next group of people to come in were there was 4 of them that were pretty close knit. Max Boyson, Dudefish 15, Fat Wrecked, and Vodka 5. Like those 4.
Is Fat Wrecked and So Wrecked the same person?
No.
I remember it was like So Wrecked who really pioneered the old school RuneScape. Like it was because it was. I remember it was like
that all.
Yeah, I remember he was the one who really made this happen. And
wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong person. It wasn't So Wrecked. It was So Solid 2K. That's the guy that did the max hits. So solid.
Oh my god, yes.
He was the one who did all the max hit stuff. So Wrecked, I don't remember what he did.
I think he did
pioneered
PK.
Old School RuneScape, basically. Yeah, he's a PKer.
Yeah, he made Old School RuneScape happen, basically. He started that.
But solid 2K, oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
but
going to his channel right now. I haven't heard of that name in about 6 years.
Oh my god, that just gave me some flashbacks, dude.
Yeah, but that group of
like epic.
He hasn't uploaded in
max
6
hits going
years.
on now.
So that group with Max Boyson and Dudefish, they were like the comedy people.
Rocky.
They were the ones who like really made it an emphasis. Your dog can come on the podcast too.
Yeah, he's
Rocky, hold on, give me 1 second. Rocky, stop.
He can give
He can hit
his input.
Yeah, he definitely agrees that RuneScape video making was the bomb.
Yeah.
Good.
So they did
Good dog.
like the karaoke videos. They did like the Dudefish had his like free to play noobs videos where he'd go to free to play and people would see him and they'd just start begging him immediately. And oh, you know what? Who else? Shy Steph. Shy Steph was in that.
I remember Shy Steph. Steph.
She was in there. And they were all just they were just
I'm
fucking
pretty sure.
around.
I'm pretty sure Tanoob Show was in that era.
Yeah, he was too. I think he.
I think there was Slade, aka Kevin, as well.
Yeah.
He made
my God.
videos.
Yeah.
He made
Hey,
comedy videos.
I know he's not on this list, but do you guys remember a guy named Defiled?
Yeah, Defiled.
Remember
I think
that
that was a
name, too?
girl. Wasn't that a girl?
That was a guy. I'm pretty sure. Or was that ever solved? I'm pretty sure it was a guy, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't remember Defiled.
I don't think it was. I don't think ever. No, there was never a solid answer.
There was.
I remember there was. Do you remember Aspen Fox and Bobby 299 or 2922 something like that?
I remember Aspen Fox. Yeah.
And then there was also like another girl. There was another girl.
You remember Chessie 018?
No, I don't remember Jesse.
God. These old names, dude. Like,
what about
shit,
GC20 Amber or?
Oh yeah.
Yes, the quest.
Dude, she commented.
Girl, yeah.
She commented on my video in like 2015, the bankers are assholes video. She said like, "This is cute," and I like lost my shit. I like it was like the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. Dude, so that was awesome.
I remember she was like the go-to. She was the go-to video maker for quest guide.
Absolutely. Like,
and now it's like
that was
music.
That was our back in the day Slayer music.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, my God, dude.
Yeah, she was the OG quest person. She was like, I think she was like a mom and she had like kids and she was just like playing RuneScape. It was like her getaway. She's awesome, man.
Amazing.
I think she started getting back into the quest stuff when Old School first released. I don't know if she still did or not. Like,
I don't know.
I think she got overshunned by Slayer Music's videos because everyone's like, "Oh, Slayer Music makes the best quest guides." Yeah. Bitch, you don't know who makes the best quest guides. Get out of here.
Yeah. So that's.
So were we the next generation?
I believe you guys were.
Yeah,
I think so. After that, you guys came in. It was so. I mean, name off some names here.
We kind of stepped into like focus a lot on the comedy videos. It wasn't these random videos where it was like PKing or whatever. It was literally everybody was a comedy video maker.
Right.
Yep.
All right, let's have some names. I'll tell you if I've met them in person or not as well.
Okay, Bum 007.
Met him in person once at Runefest 2011.
He was awesome. He did all like the Rune Factor videos, which were great.
Yes,
they were fun.
I always wanted to be on it so bad.
Yeah, he was a goofy guy. Lucky Bucket.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he was our generation. I think he was.
Was he before
generation. He was like 2006.
Yeah, okay. I think he was to Noob Show generation.
Okay. I think Dark Arm 3 was he to Noob Show?
I think that's Slade, aka Kevin, and that's
that you know what that is. That's
the same guy, and that he was to Noob Show's era. Yeah.
Gotcha. Drummer guy 59. You met him. You roomed with him.
Yep, he was our generation. Great guy.
That dude was like probably. I mean, I think I looked up to him more than I looked up to Noob Show because his stuff was just like. There was a video I used to watch. As a kid, like over and over, it was like how to get a girlfriend or something like that. And
that was my one.
What?
Wait, was it like a 3-step guide where it's like?
No, it was. It was.
We both did one.
It was just a super simple video, and he would like walk up and be like, "Want to go out?" And they'd say like, "No," or they just run away, and he'd like go up to another one and be like, "Want to go out?" And they're like, "You give me free stuff," and he's like. No. And they're like, run away. Like, just really simple shit. It was really simple, but I was like a little kid and everything entertained me, so I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, I got it.
So that was good. And then he also made...
He made a video with a chin chomper, which I first discovered, and I fell in love with that video, and that's how I found his channel. And I can't remember what the video was called. I think it was like... there was just this chin chomper that was evil. And it was very like... it was like a white background. It was very edited. And it was like a minute long.
Yeah,
that was a really funny video.
Gizzy, do you remember Runway 2020? Like that kid.
He was the kid.
That's kid. Oh, that guy was a legit meme.
That was a meme. He was a meme in a RuneScape meme.
He was a RuneScape meme. Like, my God, that kid was amazing.
That was fun.
Up to nowadays.
Why have I never heard of him? I've never heard of that.
I don't remember a lot. I remember the name, but I don't remember a lot about him.
It was because of Bum put out a video it was like Rune Factor auditions, and he was looking for people to be on it. I applied but never got the part. Sadly, I always wished I got on, but he was like, he said like no numbers in your name, yada yada yada. And so this kid Runway makes a video. He's like, I hope you choose me, Bum. And it's like,
oh
it's
my
not
God.
gonna happen. You have numbers in your name, but I wish I could find the video. It was the funniest fucking thing.
Do you remember Neon Slay who made the remix?
Yes!
I met him.
Dude, I met him. Amazing video.
That was really fun. That was a good time.
That-
Beyonce was very
Runefest
talented.
that he made was amazing, dude.
Yeah, he's a very talented person. I met him too. He's from Australia. He was at Runefest.
Oh, that's cool.
And then we've got Excel on here.
Of course.
Unreal.
Great guy. He was also more to Noob Show era, but he was like doing RuneScape video making during our era as well.
Yeah, he kind of followed the same format as your guys' generation of like going to Minecraft from RuneScape, and then I don't
unfortunately
know.
never took off for him.
Yeah.
But and also he just had too much to do. Like he has kids, he had a real job. Like he just never had the time to put the energy into YouTube because it was a big commitment.
It was, it's a huge commitment. And then I mentioned Chisel on here. He's awesome. He worked with me on a few videos. Sent me some voice clips recently in the past.
Who did? Chisel. Oh, yeah.
Chisel, yeah. Me and him did a video together of exploring the Rev caves and just getting demolished by people, which was super funny. He's always a good time. He's like one of the goofiest guys I've ever met. Always down to have fun. That dude is awesome. He'll do anything for anyone he knows. So he's awesome. I don't know who else. You guys think of any names?
KK Comics.
I love
Comics.
KK Comics.
I love Kyle. He's such a wholesome boy. But the problem was that he just kind of, after the whole Minecraft stuff, it didn't really take off for him. He ended up being an editor for another YouTuber, and then he just disappeared. He stopped tweeting. He stopped uploading. He lives in Chicago. I met him, I think, twice in person in England. It was one time at Runefest, and then another time we did this Jagex tour, and he was invited down. But apart from that, I haven't spoken to him in like 5 years, and I miss him. He's such a funny, wholesome guy. He's him and his brother, Lucky Cricket. They're both like the most wholesome, pure people I've ever met.
Like, I remember his videos. He was hilarious, dude.
He did the Project Justice series where he was killing off YouTubers, and I died first. He killed me off first.
It was so good, man.
That was good. He never told me who the killer was. Never did.
It was never revealed.
Never revealed. And then, of course, his partner, Dartron.
Oh, Dartron. I don't remember what happened between he and I. Like, he stopped talking to me one day, and I was like, what the hell, man? But he was a really good dude, too. And maybe he just got busy. I don't know, but...
For me, I stopped talking to him in about 2013 because when I quit RuneScape to do... I don't know how much drama I want to talk about. So let's build some tea a little real quick. But
spill the tea. It's what this is for.
For me, it's like I don't mind about Dartron or anything like that now. It's like if he ever reaches out, I 100% will be his friend. Yeah. And I don't know what he's doing now or anything. I don't have contact. But flashback to 2012 when I quit RuneScape to do Minecraft. He was like one of the people who were like really upset about it because he just thought I was like jumping the bandwagon because everybody did, like Sky, myself, and Venom Caveman Films. Like everybody was jumping ship to do Minecraft, and he was like, I don't know why he was butthurt at me the most. But then a year later, he ended up doing the same thing, like quit RuneScape to do Minecraft. And at that point, everyone was already everybody blew up on YouTube, and it was just too late for him. And I saw that like very hypocritical, like because he hated me for switching, but then he ended up switching.
Yeah,
I just wasn't. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Thing. Yeah. Confusing time for everybody around 2012.
Everybody wasn't really too sure what direction they wanted to do. Did they want to do YouTube for fun? It was 2012 was the year where you could start doing YouTube as a living, like a job. And so it was the torn confliction of like, do you want to do it for fun or do you want to do it for a job? But I chose that I wanted to pursue it further as a job.
Yeah, it's two different paths completely. Big decision to make. I don't know. I don't know where. I mean, I know we talked about it before, but I mean, I just really hope YouTube gets their shit figured out because, you know, this generation is coming in like wanting to do YouTube as a job, but everything's so messed up and screwed up and different things need to be fixed. And it's just like, what kind of abysmal content is going to be released to the public?
It's incredibly difficult for a YouTuber to just make a channel and just become a YouTuber now, unless they work their butt off every single day for like a year. And they have to do something that's like Fortnite related or something like that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And it's just so incredibly difficult for people to really stand out now because it's so saturated. Maybe in 2012 when there wasn't as many like channels with a million subscribers, but over the last like 2 years, it just blew up. And
Completely.
YouTube keeps breaking stuff too. I think honestly, it's kind of they go against each other. Like the more people that come on, the more YouTube has to keep changing its stuff to appeal better for the people. But what YouTube is doing is just helping the bigger channels stay big.
Yeah, because I mean, YouTube's making their revenue off of those big channels, so they're gonna do what they can to.
Oh yeah,
sustain
YouTube
them.
will continue to promote them so they can keep making money off their videos.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Any more names you guys can remember?
I had like a whole list in my mind, but now I'm just kind of lost it.
Wait,
I
I
lost.
want to see if I. Shelby, Little Shorty SDF. She
Mhm.
was a RuneScape video maker very briefly. But she was like more friends with people rather than make videos herself. And then I lived with her for like most of 2017, which was fun. And then there was also Mifsan, of course. Mifsan
Oh,
and
yeah.
House Owner. They made Get Into Us Babes.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
There was Deadlocks.
Deadlocks, yeah. He was like very brief.
Yeah.
He didn't really. He was friends with everybody, and he made some RuneScape video makers. We hosted a
Talked to him
machinima
every now and
contest
then.
in 2012. Do you remember that I hosted a machinima contest in 2012?
I believe so.
Yeah, both Deadlocks and I ended up getting permission from Jagex, and Jagex shouted it out to host. Like, because in 2012 there was there wasn't any comedy video makers anymore. Like, everybody just stopped making
Dying
videos.
out.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to make a competition to kind of get more people to make machinima videos or comedy videos.
That's what I did last year.
Yeah, it worked. And then we just ended up quitting like a month later to do Minecraft.
There's
Jeez.
another if I can talk, another name I thought of. Do you remember Gabby was?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He
Gabby.
was a good guy, man.
he was a very wholesome guy too. I actually,
Wholesome dude, man.
he was a very wholesome guy. We ended up having a podcast called GG Podcast.
Oh, really?
Oh no, I think it was called GG Speaks. I don't know. It's something GG something related. I can't remember.
That's awesome.
But we did one video and then we ended up like not. doing
Oh.
it. Just because like it's Gabby Goes and GizzyGazza, so we both had like GG. So that was like
Oh,
our
wow.
thing. We would say GG to each other kind of thing.
GG.
GG. But I ended up getting his Discord maybe like a month ago, but we haven't actually had
Oh, wow.
a chance to talk yet.
I'd like
But-
to talk to him again, man. I haven't talked to him in fucking years.
No, he's I know he's just in like Alabama somewhere, some nowhere.
Doxed.
Yeah, some nowhere.
Yeah. Well, all that entire era was awesome. It was amazing to see it from an outside perspective, and I'm sure it was incredible to be inside of it. There's a lot of good names, a lot of good people. It's a shame that it's not comedy based anymore, but it's also
But the
awesome
thing is
looking
that
back.
a lot of those same people were all still kind of making videos together. We all just switched over to Minecraft together.
Yeah.
So we all still
Yeah.
recording together. It's just unfortunately, unfortunately for the RuneScape team or RuneScape community that we are doing it for a new audience now. But the Minecraft audience loved it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. That's a great group of people.
Oh,
A
excellent.
lot of creativity. It's awesome. But yeah, that's about all I got. Anything else you guys want to touch on?
Follow my Twitch.
Follow his Twitch. Quick sellout. All of Gizzy's stuff is in the description. He's got his he's streaming RuneScape on Twitch when he has his free time. Makes
Yeah,
some awesome
so-
animations.
Well, I'm going to be doing a lot more gaming in 2019. So if you guys want that, that's my YouTube channel. But if you just want RuneScape stuff, I probably will be streaming either on Twitch or if I start making RuneScape videos again, it would be on the GizzyScape channel. So if anything, actually,
Absolutely.
don't link anything. Just link the YouTube channel. Just link the GizzyScape YouTube channel.
Good
Okay.
stuff.
I'll link it. We'll throw some links down there. There's a bunch of stuff you can click on in the description. Go click on all of them.
There's so much. There's so much.
There's so much.
Click
Hit
them
all
all.
the buttons. Hit
Click
all
my
the
MySpace.
buttons.
Gizzy, we want to thank you for coming on. It was awesome talking to you, and hope you get maybe 3 or 4 more subscribers out of your 1.8 million.
I appreciate that. No. It's the GizzyScape channel. I only want people to go to the GizzyScape.
Oh, how many subs does that have?
Like 2K.
Okay. All right. Well, you see
more
3
than
or
that.
4 more.
Yay!
3 more to that one. Absolutely. But yeah, man, thank you so much for coming on. This was an awesome. This was an
fun.
awesome time.
Thanks for having me. I'm gonna go kick my dog right now.
All right, Gizzy's gonna go perform some animal abuse. We'll be calling that number for the pound to come get him real quick.
Also, real quick, whilst we were doing this podcast, I got 70 to 74 crafting, so I feel pretty good about
Wow.
Good for you. 99 crafting, by the way, over here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you soon. Take it easy.
See you guys.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Gizzy. He's a great guy. Make sure you guys check out his channel. It was an awesome time talking to him. Just kind of getting an insight on what it used to be like and what he's experienced, because it truly was like just a whole nother generation of content creators that aren't really around anymore. That style, that is. But he's getting back to it. Currently, that interview was, I think, a week and a half ago. And since then, he's been just pumping out videos. I think he's getting back into the Minecraft grind, trying to get that fan base back. So wish him the best of luck at that. Hope he finds his groove again and gets into it, because he deserves it. He's a hard worker. So,
He's a great guy.
Good luck, Gizzy. Good luck, Gizzy. And, look forward to working with him for future projects. It's going to be fun.
Is that a hint?
Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? All right.
Ominous.
Teasing us all here.
So, Hellwind, why don't you kick it off with our next topic here?
With Alkin taking rank 2 and hardcore status, or almost rank 1.
Yeah, he took number 2. I mean, he's number 1 alive now.
He's number 1 alive. Let me check his XP real quick. I haven't checked this in a little
What was
bit.
the guy's name? The hardcore Iron Man who's ranked 1, and he.
Let me get the name for you.
Okay, yeah, the number 1 guy, he died.
Wasn't it Nex or something like that?
Yeah, he died. He was chinning or something, and I think he forgot
chinning. It was Nex. Nechs.
Okay, yeah, he forgot to pray or something and just got absolutely demolished by monkey skeletons. So, big F for him. Rest in peace.
The guy plunged his prayer.
Yeah, the guy said he planned on making another account and going for that number 1 spot again. He's just starting the entire grind over again. So that's gonna be.
I don't know if he really is though or not, because I checked the account today and there's been no progress made on it.
He's probably, it's probably heat of the moment.
Taking a little hiatus for a bit. Gotta recover after that harsh loss.
He's probably just logged off immediately and just directly went to a new account, just started doing it, and he's like, wait a second. What the
fuck am I doing?
I should do something else. I should
probably travel the world
for the first time. Like,
yeah.
Let's go try that.
He's kicking back now. He's like, you know what? Maybe this was the best thing that's ever happened to me.
I can finally see it where I was wrong for all this time.
I can do real life now. What is this? And then speaking of that, we actually have another big accomplishment that happened recently. I'm sure everyone knows about it already.
Everyone and their grandmother knows about it.
Yeah, Link's Titan achieved 200 mil XP in all skills.
Everything.
First to do it. The dude is insane. He is the most devoted kid to this game, I'll tell you. That takes a lot of energy out of you, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
So props to him. He hasn't really said anything about his plans. I'm assuming he's gonna. Oh yeah, I guess he did.
He did kind of, but I mean, it was just like watching shows, TV, movies, real life things.
Yeah.
That every average human being does, which is a big step in the right direction, I'd say.
Definitely the right step. I think he's going to be really happy with the fact that he can, maybe close his eyes and not see a RuneScape interface at all times. Just dreaming about it. You know what I'm talking about when you play a game all day and then you dream about playing it and it's just like in your head. I feel like that's been him with RuneScape like the entire time.
I mean, I'll admit I still have RuneScape dreams to this day. I mean, it happens.
No, it happens, man. It's just, if you play something for so long in a single day, it's no
burned
telling.
in all of our memories and everything. So I mean, it happens to all of us.
I mean, what do you think he's doing right now?
I would say he's probably not even playing. He's probably just. I would be willing to bet he's taking a step outside.
You think?
I think so. He's probably taking a step outside and realized that could have been like 50,000 crafting experience he could have just got.
And he's probably pissed, but then he was like, "Wait a second,
I can't gain that anyways.
I wouldn't be able to. Nothing would happen." So he kind of like contemplates it for a while, maybe takes a step back, and I don't know. I think he's gonna realize that life is life is precious, and sometimes XP just ain't it. It just ain't it. But all that aside, congratulations to him. That's unreal.
To be quite honest, if I were one of those people who were able to get 200 mil all, I think the first thing that I would probably come to realization is I just kind of fucked myself out of playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Technically
Can't play the game anymore without a rewarding value.
I think if you got 200 mil in all experience, you would realize you fucked yourself out of a lot of things, other than playing the game. But yeah, he did it. So good job, I guess. Yeah.
He achieved his dream. So I mean,
the dream is no longer a dream, and he's living.
The meme is no longer me. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
He's coming out. He's coming out on the red carpet. I hope Jagex does something for him though.
They need to, man.
That'd be really nice of them.
Like they were gonna do something for Suomi when he hit 5.4 bill on RS2.
Yeah, and then something went down, and
that's a whole nother situation for another time.
Yeah.
But they were gonna do something special for him to hit 5. I think was it 5.4 bill at the time, or 5.2 bill? I think it was 5.2 bill.
It was 5.2, yeah.
They were gonna like fly him out like that, and then then that whole ordeal happened. But whatever.
Sad.
But
no, I hope
they
do
need
something
to do something for Link's Titan though, for sure. Like the guy definitely deserves it.
Yeah, someone said they should put a statue of him or something, or maybe they said put a Lynx somewhere and have its name be Titan. I can't remember
That'd be cool.
That'd be pretty.
That'd
sick.
be pretty damn cool.
Somewhere in the Kevos Lowlands or something.
Somewhere, give this man a trophy that shows his fucking achievements. Like he needs it.
Yeah, he needs it. Yeah. So good job for him. Another little stat that got tweeted from Mod Weeth. Last podcast we talked about the dual arena tax and how much money that was getting rid of out of the game, with the different percentages of each stake. But this was kind of appalling of how much money has gotten removed from the game,
been taken out.
From the perm bans of all the bots and everything. Like all the perm bans they did, they banned 3 million accounts throughout 2018. Which removed 4.5 trillion GP from the game, which is
blew out the the dual arena amount.
Just that is unbelievable. Which I mean, I guess it's pretty good. I mean, they needed to do it. I'm glad they're getting systems out of here. Bots are just fucked. I hate them.
Fuck them.
Yeah, no one should be mining RuneScape currency with bots. That's just I hate the fact that that happens. But it's been a part of the game since it was created.
For fucking forever.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. I like that they did that.
Like 4.5 trill though, dude. Like, it's like once again, like when Kevin said, like it's a number you just can't even fathom how fucking ridiculous that is.
No, you can't even picture the number in your head. You gotta
you can't. It's
Google.
Impossible.
You gotta Google how many commas are in that number. It's ridiculous.
You can't picture it in your head. It's like okay, how many zeros is that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
God, that's a fucking huge number.
But that's good stuff.
Great.
So regarding discussion, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Any topics we didn't cover?
Has anything happened recently? I can't even think. I mean, to be fair, I did just wake up, like an hour ago.
Yeah, to my abrupt phone call to you, because it was 2 PM and you were still snoozing. So maybe get a grip here. But yeah, so I think that that about covers it. It's a little longer of an episode than normal, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
It's been a little bit since we uploaded, so I mean, I think it makes up for it.
Yeah. So, Moo, what's your take here? What's going through your head here after your first rolling with the boys?
Feel like I'm at home. Feel like this is a place for me. A little nervous, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're feeling even more anxious next podcast. Speaking of next podcast, I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to do this. But however,
no spoilers.
I will be teasing who it is about a day or two before the release. We're recording sometime this week. All I'll say is he is grinding the YouTube subs right now. He is taking over. He's awesome guy, and we're excited to have him on. So I hope you guys tune into the next one. And it's gonna be freaking unreal, man. I tell you. And last but not least, got to give the shout out to the Patreons. I already did it earlier, but once again, huge shout out. First and foremost to Norsklask. He was a watcher of our Twitch streams last summer and contributed a lot and
Insane.
helped make the dream come true with his generosity. He's a $100 Patreon first one that we've had. So man, thank you so much from all of us over here.
That is huge support, dude.
That is awesome. So thank you, seriously, that's unreal. And then another shout out, Caleb Beiter, Michael Shield, Ryan Hall, and Sawyer Peterson for being the $10 Patreons. You guys are awesome, making it happen over here. Maybe we'll get Hellwind and Mike that isn't a potato sooner or later.
Hopefully.
But yeah, it was great to be back. I'll see you guys next week with the next episode, and maybe some little special coming on the channel. So I will see you guys later. Take it easy, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.